Oh, I think I'm live. I hope this is the first time I've done this. For heaven's sakes. Ah, interesting. Okay. Well, for heaven's sakes, this is an experiment today. Um, I've decided to actually put some effort into this channel, and I'm actually inspired by another retired person. His channel, I believe, is Retirement Survival. And he talks about how he's done on YouTube. And I don't know, like since July of last year, he's, made a little money on it. And I've had this channel for years. And I thought about that too. I read books. I'm not a real technical person. So I just kind of did silly things on here for quite a few years. But I thought, he really inspired me. Take another look, see if there's something you can talk about that interests other people, and they get something out of it. Certainly what he does, people do. Yeah. And he was so encouraging in that, because I asked him, I'm not technical. Like, probably I should get microphones at some point. I think he had microphones on a couple of his videos that I watched. And he just does it on his iPhone. And so I'm doing it on my computer because I do not have an iPhone. So my life has changed. It's not what it was. I sold real estate for quite a few years. And I found that retirement isn't all that great, especially when you're in a small town and you're kind of an oddball. I work better in cities as far as where I fit, as far as where I seem to resonate and seem to fit in with people, but I'm not there. I fit in with the animals around here. I've got a beautiful Shih Tzu. I have a channel called Enlightened Shih Tzu. I'm going to do more on there too. I have spent the last year and a half saving my Shih Tzu. He got really sick, and I was not, you know what? It wasn't acceptable for him to pass away, and it's still not. So I spent a lot of time, a lot of money on saving his life, and I'm telling you what, he is so worth it. I can't tell you what a great friend that little dog is. He is. He really is. There is something about Shih Tzus. There is something really different about Shih Tzus. I think they're divine beings. I really do. I can't recommend them enough for having true friendship and true love. I could have quite a few more. I would be happy having a Shih Tzu ranch. So that is something I would love to do in my retirement years. I feel I could do. So what is it with this? We get older and it's almost like we don't matter anymore. What do we have to give to younger generations? What do we have to give to life? I'm wondering about that. I'm in a situation where I really shouldn't live where I live. I'm ill. Many times I can't even go outside. I have to be in filters because it's haying. They cut the hay, cut the grass in the summer quite a bit. And the pollen count where I'm in the Northwest. If you've got allergies, do not move here. Don't do it. It will ruin your life. My things jumped up 4 times as bad. It has hindered my life extremely so. So I've always thought, well, if there's a way I could go somewhere else. God, I've always just worked at 50% energy in the Northwest. All of a sudden I was visiting the emergency rooms again, hospitals again. I'm stable right now, but sure would be nice to go somewhere where it's not so hard on me and I don't have to take a steroid called prednisone so much. I'm 40 pounds overweight, and I'm quite certain I didn't stay to my diet today. This is a thing in retirement. We older people, God, it's really tough. I may try Ozempic because I broke my diet today, and I do that, and I really need to lose this weight. I've been working out. That's another thing retired people need to do is get those muscles up. So I'm working out more with weights. It's not so much about jumping around and cardio and all that for us anymore. really, we should not jump around that much, I don't think. It's building strength. And I've been doing that, working on, I'll tell you what I use, and I just love, and I also can stay in my room and not get in the pollens or the hay. I can stay in a filtered area. Is I use Jazzercise on Demand. I love it. I absolutely love it. When the pandemic hit and I couldn't go there, God, in 2 months I'd gained 20 pounds. So Jazzercise on Demand came available, and I got it. And I started getting that weight off. You got to exercise as you get older. My gosh, you guys out there, don't sit. And I don't care. I mean, I know how it is to be overweight. It's hard. And even our young people who are overweight, gosh darn it. We are some of the sickest people in this country. It really does have to quit. It has to stop. There's something wrong that there really is. And they say it's, you just got it willpower. God, that it is hard. I've been trying to stay for myself low carb, low carb. So I don't know. I think I'm going to have to do 2 high carb days a week. I did it today. I blew it. God, all it took was having one of those flaxseed chocolate chip cookies. And that was the beginning of a really powerful pull to have another one. Now, I don't know if there's any of y'all that go through that. I almost like, can I have any of this food in the house? And, I have to give myself one big carb day a day. Otherwise, being low carb all the time, for some of us, it will slow down our thyroid, and then you'll gain some more weight. I don't know. What do we do about this as we get older? For heaven's sakes. Y'all have any ideas out there? I don't know. I think I might. I honestly, when I go for my yearly, I might ask the doctor if I qualify for some Ozempic and just try it. This is another thing, another topic here, and maybe I'm going too long here, are the peptides. Retired people, look at them, start researching it. That Ozempic is a peptide. And you know what? You don't have to go way up. A lot of doctors are keeping them at the lower starting point and just leaving people there. And they don't have so many side effects. Some people are doing the compounding of the Ozempic. I don't know, if you have the money, that's not a bad idea. And it makes sure that when you work up to what is the lowest setting on Ozempic, you don't have any side effects like like stomach problems and I think constipation, all that stuff. But it is a peptide, and it really has some other excellent benefits that can help people with diabetes. I'm worried about diabetes. So I know there are other people, my generation, you guys are all retired, especially if you're just little. I'm not tall. I just was 5'4.5". I probably shrunk, and I'm 5'3.5". I bet you. It is hard when you get older. I don't know, I hit menopause and all of a sudden everything quit working. How unkind of nature to do that. So anyway, I work at a lot of things in retirement. I don't want to end up being debilitated or can't function on my own. So I really look at those solutions. I think that's important for retired people. The peptides are going to be our next medicine, or good medicine. Another thing I'm trying right now, because I've had a very high blood pressure. Holy moly, I've had quite a fall and winter, a setback in health and that kind of thing. I decided, because this one fellow, I can't remember his name. I should write this stuff down. Next time I'll write some things down. This is the first time I've used Live. And he's a doctor, and he has other physicians and doctors do his program of what he calls bioregulators. And they're basically our peptides. They are the about 12-month-old organ meats from cows. And you know what? This guy is 78 years old. He has no gray hair. He now has the telomeres of a 23-year-old. There's going to be things that we can do for ourselves. So you know what I did, because I don't have access to this study. I'm just nobody granny. You know, and so I went and bought organic organ meat. Which should be, it may not be from 12-month-old cows, but it will be from cows. It'll be organ meat that's the same process, for instance, that they use in probably Armour Thyroid. And I'm going to start taking that. And I'm going to see if that's not going to heal my heart and my kidneys. I'm worried about my kidneys and other things in my body. I'm going to try that. Wasn't that much money. So there's a thought for you too, you retired people. And I hope someone gets something out of this. And you know what I'm really going to do is put some work into these. I'm new to this. I didn't even know how to do a live, but my friend in retirement survival, he just uses his iPhone. He says he doesn't do any editing. Evidently he just posts them. So someday too, my goal is to get an iPhone so I can go places and be live, and it'll be fun. And hopefully, I have something that people will enjoy. I hope so, because it's basically it's Granny Grace and Gigi. My son-in-law calls me Gigi. That is kind of cute. It'll be Gigi on the go. So I have something to share and something that will help other people. This is what I'm hoping. So I'm really going to put some work into this. I'm just going to do them with what I've got. Look at the back thing here. I mean, I'm just going to do them. And I'm just going to keep refining. And I'm going to think of topics people might like. And my one light just went off. Oh, darn it. Okay, you know what? That's a cue to say, okay, Grace, you've said enough. So I'm going to end this now. I hope there's some people that like this. And really, please like and subscribe. I'm just starting over on this. Be kind. I'm just a little old granny. If you think there's something else I should do different or something I should bring up, go ahead and share it. But be kind. I see people who aren't kind. Gosh, what's wrong with you? So anyway, let's be kind. So, all right, I'm going to end this and love y'all.